is a crater. Oh, it just lights up. Come on, you're the communications director. You failed your first assignment.
That I volunteered for.
You volunteered for. You're getting a steam bath. So this is a steam vent. The KMC facilities were used to house and feed Japanese detainees during World War II. Camp right at the edge of the volcano. Today we are at Hawaii, I'm going to get this correctly, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. And this is where they had some of the recent eruptions from. They described it really as a fissure. But we're here with family, and we're going to check this place out. It's about 30 minutes outside of Hilo, and really beautiful. We haven't obviously got to the volcano portion of it yet, but it's going to be pretty close. And then if you noticed yesterday when we met a good friend, retired police sergeant Don Sherrard, over in Hilo, we were just filming pretty much from the Apple iPhone because my GoPro pooped out, kind of crapped out. And I had a problem with the SD card, so we got that fixed. So we're now shooting again from the GoPro. Hopefully the video will sound pretty good, and we're gonna go ahead and explore the park.
Pretty amazing, some of the bowls and stuff they make out of car or mango wood, or it's another company.
So this is Hilo right here, right?
So in Mauna Loa, that's why Mauna Loa is right. You see the block?
Oh yeah. So if Mauna Loa erupts, it goes right into Hilo. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It cannot. It will be on.
Is it an active volcano or dormant? Assuming it's dormant, or else it wouldn't be building there. Or
it's dormant, but there's some
right.
There's some shelf, you know. So
there's some question.
I mean, Kilauea's been erupting since 1983, nonstop.
The house is right
Mauna Kea.
there.
Your house was right there. That's where we spent the night at.
It cannot.
And that's Mauna Loa.
Yeah.
And that's Kilauea?
Yeah.
Kilauea.
That's Kilauea. That's a caldera.
This cannot erupt.
Yes, we're in deep trouble. So this is called Volcano House. And this is a, oh yeah, there's the press penny machine we've got to get. Souvenirs, they got Hawaii, volcano, obviously we get something with volcanoes on it. Nothing wrong with Hawaii, but we're here at Volcano National Park, so we're gonna do that. But this is a restaurant, and look at this view. Oh, wow, and it smells like an open campfire in here. I'm not. Wow, look at this view. That is something, isn't it?
Better view up here than there.
I'm gonna step. Yeah, I'm gonna step out here. Holy cow, Batman! It's our new saying.
Holy yes! Holy smoke! Holy haberdashery! Holy popcorn!
So this is a crater.
This is the caldera.
Now, is this a specific volcano or
This is Kilauea.
This is Kilauea, and you can still see smoke I guess it's smoke gases, something rising up out of there. Now it smelled like
That was the restaurant.
yeah, but it was at the restaurant because it smelled like a campfire though.
Yeah.
It's the fireplace. In there.
Oh,
It's the fireplace. I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if it naturally smelled like that or whatever, but it was like campfire.
It would smell like a little pig.
It does, but it's the fireplace in there. But this is so neat.
You can see where the shelf dropped.
Yeah.
We just watched this
And you see that all that yellowish color, that's the sulfur.
Oh, I do
That's
see that.
sulfur.
Yes.
That's the sulfur. And then you've got the bottom of the crater there where the smoke is coming up from. The caldera
I think this is just
used to be all this. And the crater is there. No, the crater is the whole thing. The caldera is the center where it collapsed with the earth.
And down inside there was like basically a lake of molten lava. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, it was shooting up in the sky.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if the GoPro's gonna pick that up, but there's clearly like gas or steam or something coming right up out of the rocks.
It's still hot.
Oh yeah.
sulfuric gases.
And then you can see where it's completely flat, it's barren, and then it hits that ridge over there where the trees pop up. And I'm just assuming that was probably all a molten lake or lake at one time.
And as Boy Scouts, we'd hike down in here, huh?
I gotta get that. Since I got one of you in Kauai doing that, I need one of you on the big
Man, I
island.
can't even
All right.
on these, the rocks are all jagged. Okay. Phil?
Yes.
I forgot how you do that. Let's see, like that.
Yeah, hold on.
You know I'm gonna make you a YouTube sensation. You know that, right?
There you go.
See, our new communications director for BLA, Natalie, said if we push this button, it'll do the talking for me.
No, it doesn't do talking. It just lights up.
Oh, it just lights up. Come on, you're the communications director. You failed your first assignment.
That I volunteered for.
That you volunteered for.
So I get a pass.
But so if you push this button, it does not tell you, but maybe it's broke. Oh.
I think only at nighttime you can actually even see it.
I know
It doesn't even look like it does anything. Anyways, apparently this may light up, and maybe if it's operating correctly, maybe it talks to you. But behold the home of, and I cannot pronounce that word at all. So I told Karen, since I can't pronounce these words in Hawaiian, every word I cannot pronounce is now going to be pronounced Kanani, which is Karen's middle name. So behold the home of Kanani.
Did it fall?
Yeah. There it is.
I can show that. Let's see if it will show that. It shows it up very well. It's actually this one right here.
Yep. That's our pastoni.
All right. Adding to our collection. I think that makes 2 now, correct?
Yep. On our way.
We are going.
Hey. Oh, hey, Terry.
Harry.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Where's Nat?
I left it. No. If I did that, she'd probably sock me more. Where is she? I don't know. Oh, she's right there.
I'm just going to take a quick peek in here. So they have a restaurant, a bar, television, and I can smell like fireplace. Well, the fireplace is not going, but it smells like the fireplace was going not too recently. Oh, it's over here. This is what I'm smelling. He's lighting the fireplace over here. That's one way to get a fire going. Gift shop. So maybe put a candle in that, and it maybe it kind of luminesces off the walls like a volcano. Magnets. And then lots of clothes, but it's like heavy clothing. I mean, these are like wintertime clothing, and I don't know why. I mean, obviously a jacket if it rains a lot, but it doesn't seem like it would get very cold out here. But there's lots of jackets and long sleeve sweaters and stuff. Okay, we came from the Volcano House. Really neat. That was really cool. That was worth it. We got our press penny, and I was talking to one of the clerks in there. She's been working here for about 3 years, and she feels earthquakes all the time. They have a lot of earthquakes here, like thousands of earthquakes a year, but some of them are so small you really don't, really can't register them, but they are picked up in the seismograph. But every once in a while they'll feel one. And I asked her, I said, hey, is there some kind of evacuation drills or something they use for the employees here in case, the big one hits? And she said there are. They have like evacuation drills. They have to get the tourists out. And she said it's called the Triangle of Life. And she didn't explain what all 3 sides of the Triangle of Life were, but that's their acronym they use for the emergency drills in case the big one hits, in case they have a major eruption, or in case they have an earthquake or something like that. But she said they felt earthquakes here, smaller ones, once in a while. And sorry, it's getting kind of windy. But she said the big eruptions they had here last year, she was not present for. She was actually off that day. But yeah, they do have evacuation drills just for the safety of everyone. But yeah, if you get a chance, definitely worth it. We're gonna actually go, I think we're gonna head over to the Thurston lava tube, but I'm not sure. We'll get back to you. So we're off here at just outside the main park entrance, and there was a sign that said steam vents, and if you look, hopefully the wind's not too bad out here. Well, it probably is. It's getting really windy. But you see that's the steam vents out there. Steam's just popping up, and then there's steam popping up right here. You're getting a steam bath. So this is a steam vent. Holy smokes! Probably fogging up my camera.
Yeah.
Do not throw objects into the steam vent. Woo, woo. Now I'm assuming that we're just taking it for granted it's steam and not sulfur, and we're not gonna die.
No, sulfur, you'd be gagging.
Be gagging.
We're driving past the sulfur banks.
Here's another one right here. Flora of Hawaii is just amazing.
Moist steam. It's not dry steam.
Moist steam. Moist. Karen hates the word moist. Yeah, that is for a second. So I'm moving around here. Just look at that. So these cabins here are reserved only for the military, is that correct?
Yeah.
And right, Joe Q citizen cannot get it. It's only reserved just for the military.
Look at these buildings. These used to be the officers' quarters, the stone ones. It used to be the officers' housings.
Hawaii military camp, proudly serving America's military. So where's the office to this place at?
It was right where we just passed.
This is the back of it right here.
Yeah.
The KMC facilities were used to house and feed Japanese detainees during World War II. That's so they fed and housed Japanese detainees here, and then that's why there was a military contingent on base. The main entrance. Kilauea Military Camp, proudly serving America's military for over 100 years. Yeah. Wow, so they have the camp right at the edge of the volcano. Holy cow, Batman.
Holy Houdini, they've disappeared. Holy Inquisition. Holy hostage, don't let him do it, Batman.
I thunder thee will walk the plank yet.
Holy Blackbeard. Holy cliche.
So I had a question. So you guys rent these out to military personnel? Is that correct? Do you have to be 20 or military? Because I was spent 4 years in the Navy.
No, as long as you have military ID or a DD-214
Right.
that shows you're a vet.
Or if you've got like I'm from Arizona, and on Arizona driver's license they have actually a stamp that says veteran. Really, that's really interesting. That's amazing.
So these are our rates. So E1 to E5, this is what they play. We have weight room, we have a laundromat.
Wow.
When you stay here at the gas station. But even if you're not staying here, you're welcome to eat dinner with us, shop,
Perfect.
go to the bowling alley.
Good food in there.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
They have on Fridays, they have Hawaiian food buffets.
Oh yeah.
Sunday morning, it's all you can eat breakfast.
Thank you so much.
And then back here is a little bit about all the different rooms.
Thank you. Great. So let's go. This is exactly what the information I was looking for. Thanks.
Take care. Have a nice time.
Okay, so according to what we found, Perry, inside, she said you don't have to be 20-year military retired to rent one of these homes. That, you know, like myself, I was in the Navy for 4 years, so apparently you can get these. They're like cabins. And there's a full PX. They had a surf and turf steak and lobster dinner going on tonight. So if you spent 4 years in the military, I'm sure you have to get honorably discharged, obviously. But if you spent 4 years or more in the military, you can certainly come down here to this camp, which is right within the national park system. And by looking at the rates here, and I'll try to put this up online, but the rates are basically based upon rank. So there's rooms for E1 to E5, E6 to E9, 04 to 010, and then sponsored civilians. So I was in E5, so I'm assuming that I can go all the way up to a 6. Actually, they have a 7-bedroom house with kitchen and outdoor grill for $428, but it's a 7-bedroom house. Then they have a 6-bedroom house with kitchen and jacuzzi room for $468. Pretty interesting, actually, the way they do that. Then they got a full PX here. They gave me a brochure on recreational equipment they rent, so they've got all that, and the layout of the campground. Really pretty interesting, actually. Yeah. So what Natalie was saying was, the stone homes, she believes were initially one time built for the officers. I'm not sure if they're still reserved for the officers, but
someone said like that one there's a storage, I think.
Storage, but this whole place really goes all the way up in here. I mean, this home's way back up in there. This is a really neat place, and this is inside Hawaii Volcano National Park. It's reserved only for apparently active military, retired military, including retired military with just a few years on of honorable service. So people like myself who spent 4 years in the Navy and then got out, went on to other things, you could come down here and you could rent a cabin for a pretty reasonable price. And the grounds here are just immaculate. It's very quiet. PX.
Like I said, you know, you're only going to do it for like 2 nights. So.
Right.
Full grocery store. The other thing they had here too was they had a post office. They had a post office here. They have a bowling alley on site. You know, you've got a kitchen. They're going to have eggs, milk, frozen food, pizzas, canned foods. There's bread, noodles. They've got a big alcohol section over here. Candies for kids. Actually, quite impressed, actually, very impressed. Came into the PX and I talked to Doug. Doug is 6 years U.S. Army. Then he got out 26 years with the Colorado State Department of Corrections, where he retired as a major. And he confirmed it. Yeah, you don't have to be full 20-year retired military to stay here. If you honorably discharged at 4 years or 2 years or whatever it might be, or in the reserves, you can certainly stay here. And then I found out the thing about the ranks. It's the same exact rooms, but you actually pay less money depending upon lower rank. So if you were an officer and you were going to say hypothetically at this room over here, you were a lieutenant, let's say in the Army or the Air Force, you would actually spend more money than an E5 staying at the same exact location. So it's based upon your rank when you get out. I'm assuming the only way you would prove that is by bringing a DD-214 with you, or if there's some other kind of recognized document that's going to show what your rank was. I know that my DD-214 was. So if you bring a copy of your DD-214, you can stay here, and then there are homes on base that are multi-bedroom, 5 and 6 bedrooms. They have jacuzzis, very reasonably priced. If you're bringing in, you know, several other couples at $300 or $400 a night, it's really only going to average you about $75 a night to stay here. The grounds are immaculate. This room over here is nothing but the recreational facility. You can rent recreational equipment from here. They've got a post office right here. There's a bar and a restaurant right here. They've got a surf and turf going on tonight. This is all located within the grounds of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. It's just a short distance ride from where we're at, the other restaurant, the crater and everything like that. Really super impressed. I mean, I would definitely want to come back here again. Something really to check out if you're ever in the Hilo area and you are former military.